I'm going to put a disclaimer here. If you don't really care about the history of VR and you just want to hear about the today and the now, then skip to whatever timestamp is right here.
A whole new world of storytelling. Tiny TV screens inside this headset.
Virtual reality.
Virtual Boy.
Virtual reality.
It's called virtual reality, and as Jay Schaefer found out.
The history of VR surprisingly goes back pretty far, not in technology but in concept. Virtual reality is nowadays associated with computers, media, and games, but the concept of immersing yourself in another reality isn't limited to these mediums. It can be thought that full-room panoramic paintings could be seen as the earliest form of VR, as the intention was to make you feel as if you were inside the painting as it filled your field of view. Stereoscopic photos and viewers had already become a thing by 1838. In World War II, the US purchased Link trainers, which were the first commercial flight simulators. In 1935, writer Stanley G. Weinbaum published a science fiction story called Pygmalion Spectacles, which was about a pair of goggles that, when worn, let the user experience a fictional reality in visuals, touch, and sound. As early as the 1960s, we had created head-mounted displays, also referred to as HMDs. HMDs have been used for a variety of real-world applications for quite some time since their invention, mostly within the medical field for surgeons and patients alike. My favorite example of this that I found in my research was this program called Snow World. Snow World is a VR environment meant for burn victims in which those who had used the program reported much less pain than patients who had not. While many practical uses such as treatments or training have pushed VR forward, surprisingly the public has not quickly taken to it, despite living in a time in which Stanley Weinbaum's tale gets closer to coming true every day. The state of virtual reality in 2021 is a little disappointing. Most picture Ready Player One when they think of the ideal VR, and are disappointed by the floaty hands and non-interactive environments that are prevalent throughout most modern VR video games. I'm not here to tell you there's a light at the end of the tunnel though. I'm here to tell you we already passed it. Boneworks is a VR action game with a heavy emphasis on physics and immersion. What makes Boneworks so special is that everything you can see in the environment is fully interactable. Everything has weight and collisions, and different unique physics properties, including the player's own body. The hands, shoulders, and wrist movements of the in-game player and in real-life player are nearly one-to-one, which is insane considering all the math for that tracking is being done based solely off of 3 points, just those 2 controllers and the headset. It's the only video game I can say which has made my arms not feel like my real arms after playing. There's no other VR game like it. It gives you a full sense of presence, even little things like having to lift your legs up to get over fences. The development team, Stress Level Zero, have shown they understand the most important part of VR games.
We want to make sure that there's no wrong answer, right? It's just like too much as games have gotten more art heavy and more scripted, too much of it has always been like you're just sort of experiencing this. Like you watch everybody's gameplay and everyone looks the same.
Exactly.
What VR can enable is this consistent set of rules, right? Where it's like you got your hands, you can grab things, you can move things.
Or I could like lift boxes and stack it and jump.
Climb over there. Yeah, there's no wrong answer. So every level
so
we're
cool.
designing is like, this is like, okay, whatever you'd solve, that's right.
It's
Everybody, as far as I know, like our greatest ally is the player's mind.
Yeah.
And that everybody has the ability to have lucid dreams, to dream and to sort of imagine. Like that's sort of what makes us human. We don't know if Bandit can do that. You know, I don't think she can imagine what I'm seeing. But we have this innate like subconscious ability to do this. And so in a way with VR, if we can get close enough to that, the player already has the ability in their mind to sort of let themselves get lost in this world and get immersed, and they want to. And almost like hypnotism, right? Where it's not going to work if you're sitting there and you're just saying like, I'm just going to make this person look dumb. I don't want to get hypnotized. It's like, well, hypnotism really works when the person's like, it'd be more fun if I just go along with it. And before they know, they're just kind of going along with it, and they're going with it more, and they get lost in it, and then suddenly it's over, and they're like, oh wow, I never felt like I was out of control yet. I was just kind of on this really fun thing, listening to these fun suggestions from the hypnotist, and it was a great time. Why would I not want to do that much like a dream?
Stress Level Zero has created a solid foundation for the VR that many picture in their heads, and with their next project right around the corner, that only expands further on the Boneworks code, whatever they release is sure to be something to watch out for. Virtual reality has come a very long way since the creation of the concept. In just under a 200-year span, we went from panoramic paintings to HMDs capable of tracking your movement one-to-one and simulating a real-time world full of complex physics. My experience playing Boneworks with an Oculus Quest 2 was amazing. Compared to regular video games or movies, it's very clear there is so much more potential inside the headset. Complete immersion is much more difficult and not possible on the level of VR through a flat screen. I do see potential for VR fulfilling the Ready Player One vision so many have, and much sooner than you would think. All it would take is a killer app like Boneworks to really prove consumers will buy in on it, and with the prices the Oculus Quest 2 are at right now, there's no reason not to. I hope I was able to convince you that the future of Ready Player One is closer than you think, and although this isn't quite it, it'll only get better and better from here. Thanks for watching.
Donkey Kong December. Donkey Kong December.